wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along. I'll be your ride. Promise we don't need no brake lights. We can travel the world, so just.
Good morning. Day 125 on the Appalachian Trail. It's just 8 o'clock, getting a later start today. Stayed here at the site behind me, tenting site. Pretty nice here. It's got a beer box. Got someone coming, so I'm going to take a break from talking. All right, part 2. That was Purple Knot. She's a hiker I met yesterday. I think she tried to through hike the trail last year. And for whatever reason, she didn't finish, and so she's out doing section this year, I believe. But I was chatting with her for a little bit about the situation being all wet and the tent, and yeah, so I don't know. I got 16.5 or so to do today to another campsite. Like I was saying, I think earlier, I just don't know. I don't think it's going to clear up at all today to dry out my tent. My sleeping bag, my quilt is 90% dry. The tent was dripping last night quite a bit. And anyway, we'll see. Make a decision as I go throughout the day. But I'll take some video and share what I see. Thanks for watching, everybody. Connecticut's been making me climb this morning, yesterday afternoon. I don't know. A couple viewpoints I passed are just fogged in. But yeah, there's a lot of stepping up and climbing yesterday afternoon and this morning. You know, I'm focused on today, 16.7 miles, 3,800 feet or so of elevation gain. But, you know, on my way to Massachusetts, I kind of planned out a 5-day hiking schedule, and I just don't think I can maintain it. Usually, you know, as most of you know, I do 3 days on, and that 4th day I try to do a Nero type day and get off, resupply, shower, laundry, rest. Haven't had a true zero since Harper's Ferry, which is not wise. Already thinking back, you know, I wish I had taken more zeros. And going forward, I'm thinking about changing my schedule. I've talked to a couple through hikers, one in particular, his name's Iceman, and he hikes 5 days and then takes a zero. And he's doing a triple crown. He's finishing his triple crown this year. You know, tomorrow I have scheduled a 21-mile day with 4,000 feet of elevation. You know, that would be day 4. And then my final day, I think I had a 17.5-mile day. That would bring me into Massachusetts in Sheffield at Route 41, and Sarah would pick me up. But I just don't think I can keep up with this schedule with particularly with the rain conditions make it harder as well. But so I talked to Sarah last night and I might shorten my day tomorrow. I'm even thinking about, I'm only an hour from home. So I'm like, pick me up maybe the end of the day tomorrow and then come back and the two of us would, finish up the last miles of Connecticut and then do Massachusetts together. Just kind of sharing some stuff that's going through my mind. And then again, really consider when I go into Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, do like a 4-day hiking schedule, and then that 5th day take a 0. Or at least every other week take a 0. Yeah, so those are my thoughts. But I don't think I can physically feel like I could do that 21-mile day tomorrow with that 4,000 feet of elevation. So trying to hit the pause button as excited as I am to get home. And I do have a friend, Allie, hi Allie, who lives in Sheffield, Mass, not far from the Connecticut line, and she's offered to help. And so I could reach out to her, but I'll take a look at everything a little later on my break and make a decision. But I'm trying to listen to my body. I am emotionally and physically fatigued at this point, and definitely looking forward to being home and recharging. Finally got to some level trail. I was climbing and then going over some slick rocks, large rocks at the top. And then I had a descent that was very rocky, slippery. This is really the first level ground I've had. Thank you. Thanking the universe. There's a shelter coming up. I'm thinking about stopping there, making another cup of coffee, putting my tent up. See if I can't get it to dry out a little bit. And check it out, see if it's a good spot for that. Hasn't been raining since I left, so. All right, Mount Elgo Shelter. I'll put my tent up right over here, I think. I've had the tent up for about 25 minutes right now. It's still pretty wet inside on the floor. Problem is there's no sun, there's no breeze, there's nothing to help it along. So we'll see. This is apparently private land. It says trail closed. So I'm seeing that on far out. I'm gonna walk the road. Which is blazed. Definitely don't want to trespass on private property. Kent, Connecticut. That detour around the private land was a decent climb. Now I'm back on, mosquitoes have been bad today. Now I'm back on the regular AT, not the detour. One of the thru hikers I met yesterday, late afternoon, I mentioned to her, thought her name was Hot Stuff. She just passed me again. I think she went into Kent and had breakfast with her other hiking partner, but her trail name is Too Hot. She said she got that on the Arizona trail because she was sweating through her sleeping bag. Just wanted to correct the record. You know, whenever you talk about Connecticut with other thru hikers, usually all they say is, it's short, you know, it's like 55 miles. I'll put a picture in picture of what I just went down. They don't talk about that. And the elevation gain that I've been doing yesterday and today, and the loss. And Connecticut's no joke. I didn't have an expectation one way. And again, the only thing you ever hear is, oh, it's short, it's 55 miles or whatever it is. And that, what I just went down was so slippery, it was all rock. A little road walk, the Schaghticoke River is off to my right. I texted my friend Allison earlier today and she got back to me and said she could pick me up at the end of my day today. She lives in Sheffield near the Connecticut line. So appreciative of her. I can get my tent, my sleeping pad, dry it out. And take her out to dinner, spend a little time with her, sleep at her place tonight, and then she'll drop me back on trail tomorrow morning. You know, walking along the Schaghticoke River here in Connecticut, it's beautiful. The Schaghticoke River runs through where I live in Pittsfield, runs through my county, Berkshire County. And it's largely polluted, or has been polluted, with PCBs from General Electric. A lot of it's been rehabilitated, but none of us that live there look at it as a safe place to recreate. Maybe some boating, and if you do fish, you certainly would never want to eat anything out of it. I don't know how clean it is down here, but it just looks amazing. Of course, I make arrangements to get off because the weather is not looking great, and I'm dealing with a wet tent, and wet sleeping pad, and damp quilt. And now, look at it. Sun's out, partially blue sky, but that's all right. Need to get off trail and take care of myself. Have a good meal, spend some time with a friend. I'll get back on tomorrow. That was a nice 4.7 mile walk along the Schaghticoke through a couple fields. Now I've got a big climb, 1.7 up and over the top and down to a road crossing where my friend Allison is going to pick me up. Got to do that, 1.7. She's picking me up at 5:30. It's about 4:20, 4:25, so I got an hour to do it. So I'm taking a quick pack off break here, drinking some water, having a little snack, and I'm gonna push on. I made it. It's 5:20, 14.2 mile a day. Ellie should be here in a minute. It's kind of a narrow road, part of the road here, but there's a pull-off down and there's a pull-off right across from me, so hopefully she can get into one of those. Yeah, so I'm gonna call it for the night. Maybe I'll do something with Ellie later, but probably won't. I'll probably just get back with everybody in the morning. That was a heck of a climb up and then down. The down wasn't as bad as the up, but hey, what about Connecticut, right? Hey, it's short, it's 55 miles. It's a little bit more than that. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.